Well, Kanye made a song called Cousins, where he talked about giving his male cousin head at 14 years old.
Now, he was 14, and how old was his cousin?
Like 11.
So Kanye was the predator at the time.
Absolutely. Now, here's the interesting part about this story. I know a lot of people. So I talked to some people that actually know Kanye. And I asked them, okay, look, did this really happen or is he just trolling? Because this is something he would troll about. Kanye's not beyond saying something like that.
Which is crazy that you would troll about some shit like that.
But they all told me, no, this actually happened. This is yeah, like we know the story.
Homosexual incest.
Yeah. Look, I started watching porn right around the same time, maybe around 14 years old. I could tell you, never made me want to suck a dick. I could tell you that with
here's the thing,
with full honesty.
Here's the thing. He said what he found in his mom's drawer was different.
Was gay porn.
Right. What the fuck is your mother doing with gay porn?
Yeah, that's weird.
That's super fucking weird.
That's weird. Gay male porn at that. Now,
right.
Remember he tried to say that his mother was sleeping with his female babysitters and stuff like that, and there was a bunch of lesbian stuff going on in the house. But what was she doing with
Why
male?
would a lesbian woman want to see gay porn of men?
Yeah, that's a, I don't know, maybe she had a boyfriend that was gay or something. I don't know.
Because he said his pop shit was tame. His pops had like Playboy or some shit like that. It's his mother's fucking collection that corrupted him. That's what he said. All right. So now, first of all, yeah, I got introduced to fucking nasty books and shit when I was at a young age, before 14, probably like 8. But there was no gay shit in these books. You know what I mean? And I feel like if they was, we wouldn't have wanted to look at those.
Nah.
We'd have been like, nah, fuck that shit. Like, where's show me the other books. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, I feel you.
The fact that he was going through that and then, I don't know, something in him he was curious about that. To the point where he looked at it enough to where he was like, hey, let's try this.
Yeah, let me second
And
that.
now that's fucking crazy. Like, that's just insane because I was trying to fuck broads.
Yeah, me too.
I was naked humping at a very young age with these broads. Like, I thought I was fucking at a young age. Oh yeah. Like, I'd have naked girls, but my shit is in between their thighs type of shit. But you don't fucking know. You know what I mean? And you humping and shit, you dry, well, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
you dry humping.
Kanye just wanted to give a man head, so he did it. And, you know, I mean, I've heard other rumors here and there that some of the artists that Kanye signed, the male artists, they was kind of messing with him in that way and so forth. And it wouldn't totally surprise me if you really think about it, because, like, look, you an aspiring rapper. Here goes Kanye West. All you got to do is give him some head, and he'll give you some beats and a record deal maybe.
Listen,
some of these dudes are already kind of, you know, undecided. Yeah, all right, I'll go do that. Like, won't be the first time in the music industry this has happened.
Listen, if you're doing something at 14, right? I feel like by 14 you are who you are.
Yeah, I definitely knew I liked girls by 14. I knew I liked girls by like.
And you also knew
by
that
10,
you liked
9, 8.
You know that you liked Hellman's as opposed to Miracle Whip, and you know you had a lot of like tastes and distinctions about certain shit by that age, and you know I said this in the past. I don't feel like he just went cold turkey after Cuzzo. You see what I'm saying? Like you just stopped after that. Like, and what made y'all stop? What made y'all stop? You said, no, we got to stop doing this. This is wrong. We're cousins. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm just curious. Like, what made y'all stop?
What made y'all stop?
And then when you did stop, That's what I'm saying. Did you just stop with him and then continue with others?
I don't know, man. This wasn't in my bingo card for 2025. It was so weird because it's not just gay, it's incest, it's molestation, and so forth. I mean, because like legally, well, they're both underage. Both underage means there's no consent from either one of them. Technically, a 17-year-old cannot legally have sex with a 17-year-old. Technically, because the other 17-year-old is not giving consent. I understand what you're saying, but you have to look at it a little bit, top down. A 14-year-old engaging in homosexual activity with an 11-year-old, I consider a straight molestation. Okay? I don't care if they're both underage. I feel it's straight molestation. If I was a DA, if I was a DA, I would prosecute that.
First of all, if they were in, let's say, the foster care system, or if they was in a group home or some shit like that, and the motherfucker did that, like, they definitely be in trouble for that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the 14-year-old would, you know what I mean? Like, probably catch a charge or some shit like that. Like, motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Like, and when you 14, you know what the fuck you doing.
A 14-year-old,
when you 11, you know what the fuck you doing too.
That's a 9th grader messing with a 6th grader. That's a high school freshman dealing with someone who just got to junior high.
Nah.
A high school freshman with someone who just got into junior high.
Yeah.
Imagine.
That's a good way to put it.
Yo.
That's a good way to put it.
If you were in high school and you're dating someone in 6th grade, everyone will look at you crazy. Your girlfriend's in 6th grade? What the hell's wrong with you? Okay, if she's
and I feel like there was fat motherfuckers that had shit like that back in the days.
Okay, now look, if you're in 9th grade, your girlfriend's in 8th grade, okay, yeah, because we were in junior high together and I'm a year older. Okay, it's a little weird, but okay. 9th grade and 6th grade is insane. I didn't know anyone that was doing that in my high school.
Yeah, nah, that is insane.
That is insane. 9th grade and 6th grade. That's the equivalent of 14 and 11. He molested his cousin, man. And the crazy part is like, his cousin, I guess, is doing life in prison for murder.
And see, to me, that's some dry snitching like a motherfucker. Like, he might have just fucked up his whole bid by doing that.
Oh, you know that.
Like, he might have been in there like, yeah, Kanye's my cousin. You know what I mean? And getting that from that and all this type of shit.
Oh, yeah, I heard gold digger before anyone else.
Oh, you're the cousin that he did that with?
Yo, imagine this, right? You've been bragging to everyone in the yard.
You just fucked up my whole bid, Kanye.
You're bragging to everyone that Kanye's your cousin and well, whatever. That's your little stripe in prison. You wake up one morning, get up, go to the chow line. Everyone's looking at me. I wonder why. The gay table sitting there licking their lips, and giving out like, yo, what the hell going on? Then you get that tap on the shoulder. Hey, man. What's up with your cousin? What do you mean?
What are you talking about?
Man, you know what I'm talking about.
I gave my cousin head. You ain't heard the song? What song? Got something we need to play for you, homie. Got something we need to play for you.
That messed up the whole 10 years of his life at that point.
Like, for real. Like, either he had to become like a monster and start just fucking mad people up and being like, and what? You know what I mean? Or he might have fucking became somebody's bitch that night. Like, yeah, that shit.
It's hard to get your head around all this. But
that's
yet
what
people...
I'm saying. It's just too much gay shit in, like, mainstream society.